Ham Radio 2.0, episode 51. Yeah, 51. Good evening. My name's Jason. I'm KC5HWB, Kilo Charlie 5 Hotel Whiskey Bravo. This is Ham Radio 2.0. My website is live from the hamshack.tv, and this series is transmitting. This series lives on YouTube. Is a YouTube series, YouTube video podcast or vlog, YouTube vlog. This is my Ham Radio 2.0 series. Yeah, that's it. So now that you know what it is, go back and watch the other 50 episodes. So I was really excited to promote my 50th episode this month, July of 2016, and looking forward to another 50. So today we're going to take a look at the brand new dual band mobile radio from Alinco. I have said it before, and I'm tempted each time I get a new radio from Alinco. I'm tempted to say I'm going to take all the radios out of my truck and replace them all with Alinco and have a complete Alinco setup in the truck. And have one of their dual banders. The 638T is cool because it's a Part 90 radio, and I can use my GMRS license and transmit on GMRS repeaters around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Dallas and Denton both have a couple of good reaching GMRS repeaters, so I could use that radio. The DR-235 Mark II is their 25 watt 220 megahertz mono band radio. That's a really good rig. Sounds good, great receiver. It's only 25 watts, but on 220 the noise floor is so low you don't need a whole lot more than that. HF would be a challenge because their two HF rigs they have are really good, but they're larger desktop type rigs that are not as easy to run mobile as like I got an Icom IC7000 in the truck right now, so the SR8T, the Alinco SR8T is quite a bit larger than the Icom is, so that might be a bit of a challenge. But this new one in Alinco, this new one is the DR-735T. It's got a big, huge screen on it, about yay big. And the only thing that would make it better is if it were a tri-band. But it's not. It's a dual band. But it's a fantastic rig. I love Alinco. I really do. I think they make a great product. I don't think they get enough play. People talk about the big three being Icom, Kenwood, and Yaesu, and if I hear someone say that in open public, I'll correct them and say, well, really, it's the big four. And some of them will be like, oh, yeah, Alinco, and other ones will kind of look at me weird and be like, Alinco? Oh, yeah, Alinco, yeah, them too. So they're made in Japan, like everybody else is made in Japan. Well, the big three are all made in Japan. So Alinco is made in Japan like Kenwood, Icom, and Yaesu. So they're good radios. They don't get enough play. They don't have a lot of extra bells and whistles. You know, they don't have any. Yaesu's got their fusion thing, and Icom's got D-Star. Kenwood's got Next Edge, although it's not used a lot in amateur radio. Out of those three, that one's used far less than D-Star or Fusion. But Kenwood does make it. Kenwood actually makes DMR radios, but they're not sold in the United States. You can get them in the UK. But Alinco don't have any. They don't have their own digital mode, which is fine. We don't need another digital mode, really. But they do make some NXDN HTs that go along with the Kenwood system, and they're about to drop a couple of DMR HT. In fact, they had a prototype DMR HT at Dayton last month. No, 2 months ago. Yeah, May. Dayton was in May. I'm recording this in July. There you go. It's dated. So, they did have a prototype DMR HT. It was just a little monoband UHF DMR HT, nothing special about it, just like everybody else's monoband DMR HT. So, looking forward to seeing their mobile unit. They're working on one of those. But Alinco makes a good product. I really like Alinco products. I always have. Really great people to work with. Good sounding radios, really solid, and I really enjoy them. So there you go. So let's take a look at the Alinco DR-735T. If you found me on YouTube, you can hit up my website at livefromthehamshack.tv. Also, head out to amateurradio.com. I want to thank Matt out there, the webmaster admin at amateurradio.com. He allowed me to purchase advertising from him. But what he did for me, there's a lot of guys who advertise on his website. He gets between 60,000 and 80,000 page impressions a month, which is basically to say how many times someone hits his webpage. So he built a little applet, if you will, for me. So if you go out to amateurradio.com and look at the very top right, the right-hand side of the page is all ad banners. And there's a bunch of different cool stuff in there. A lot of the big names you've heard of are advertised there. Buy Two-Way Radios has a big banner up at the top that I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. He said he was under contract with them. But at the top of the right-hand column, at the very top, you're going to see a little video window with my latest episode in there that you can click on from that page, and it'll just play right there. It doesn't open another page. You can go to YouTube from there, but it'll just play right there at the top of amateurradio.com. So I want to thank Matt for working with me on that, allowing me to have some really prime real estate on his website, which he charges me for, but that's okay. It's good advertising. I said in the last video too that I was starting to expand on get some more recognition out there. Recognition is probably the wrong word. Some more exposure. Starting to get some more exposure. So you may see some ads on QRZ, and you'll see that ad on amateurradio.com. You may see a few more upcoming. So Ham Radio 2.0 is growing, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Thank you for all the support. But let's take a look at the Alinco DR-735T. Thank you for your interest. If you go out to my website at livefromthehamshack.tv, you can help support me and pay for my advertising costs by clicking on a PayPal link there on the side and doing an annual donation. You can do anywhere from $5 to $50 annual donation, not weekly, not monthly, but annual donation. So thank you to those of you who have contributed to me in that way. Really excited to see where this radio is going to go in the next 50 episodes. 73, guys. Let's take a look at the new Alinco dual band radio.
Welcome to Iber Radio. Bueno, yo soy A1 Yankee.
This is Echo Alpha 1 Yankee Oscar. I'm the president of the URE, the Spanish Radio Amateur Union, equivalent to the ARRL in Spain. Iber Radio is the largest ham radio fair in Spain. At least that's how it came about. This is an event that aims of gathering everything that touches Spanish radio hams, including distributors, importers, private developers, second-hand material, and the most relevant technical matters of interest. So who organizes Iber Radio? Well, it's a group of people comprising of the URE, the main importers like Radio Trans, Yesu, ICOM, the main distributors like Expo Radio, Project 4, and many others. I don't remember everybody. And of course all those who have something to do with the ham radio market.
En fin, no recuerdo todos exactamente, y todos aquellos que tienen alguna relevancia dentro del mercado de la radioafición.
This is an idea that came out of the recent URE Congress, where we tabled this old idea and finally got on with it. Last year we had the first edition in Madrid, in Parla. It was a success, and we expect a success again this year. Where is it? Well, this year the fair will be held in Avila, in a superb exhibition space. And just as last year, it will be held on the third week of September. That's September 17 and 18. So we'll be there on that Saturday and Sunday. How much does it cost? Well, Iberradio does not cost a dime. Only what you need to spend to get there and food and lodging on site. So again, Iberradio as a fair does not cost you anything, as the entrance is completely free for visitors.
Lo que nos pueda costar el aspecto lúdico de la visita.
How was born Iberradio? Well, it came from the desire of gathering everything that had some link with ham radio in a central location of the Iberian Peninsula, where innovations can be presented, where we can contact each other, where we can renew contact, meet up, and see the latest in terms of technology or technique. So for more information, go to our website www.iberradio.es, where you can register online, print your own credential. That way you avoid lines at the door. Why go there? Well, don't miss it. This edition is gathering importance. Last year was the first one, and we believe this is the meeting point for all radio amateurs in South Europe.
Punto de encuentro de todos los radioaficionados españoles y del sur de Europa en septiembre.
So Iberradio, see you in Avila, September 17 and 18.
So this is the box for the DR-735T. And for those of you who are anti-unboxings, I'm going to do this really quick. Let's see, back it up a tad. Obviously it comes with warranty card, instruction manual and all that. Comes with a bracket. Sorry, Icom. And this is the radio. Boom. Microphone, I have to pull out the microphone because plug it up to the radio. Okay. Yep, it's got a RJ45. Yeah, it's got an RJ45 plug on the end of the mic. A DTMF microphone, obviously. Here's a shot of the microphone. So, and your lock button there, mic right there, channel up, down. Still got this stupid little clip thing on it instead of a real mic clip. That really kind of usually irritates me. When my Icon, my IC7000 has the same thing. I don't like that. I want a real mic clip. Very traditional, especially with having a Havis console in my truck and all the radios I have in my truck. I want to be able to clip the mics up when I do. So when I'm talking on them in the truck. Yeah, red, black. Okay, plug that up. Zoomed in on that right there. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Woohoo! Okay. Well, the first thing you notice is how big the screen is, because you can see the, let's zoom back just a touch for a minute. This is the radio, and the screen's that much taller. So there's a little clip right there on the side, which you push that in somehow. Nope. Ah, this is what you do. You push it in and then slide it to the right. So that's the, and it's got in the back here, this is cool. Okay, so here's your, I don't know if it comes, it doesn't look like it comes with a separation cable, but you've got, in the back here, you've got, you can plug your mic into the head right there. Or no, mic in right there. Or you can plug your mic into the radio. And then you, separation kit here. So you can plug your mic into either the radio or the face so you can separate the face a lot easier. And it looks like that I'm going to guess that this separation kit doesn't come with the radio because it wasn't in the box or anything like that. So let's zoom back in a bit right there. And we're going to plug the mic in to the easy spot right here. Okay, so you've got like that. You got your main band button. Down here at the bottom, you got monitor. Volume's down, I'm guessing. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Top one's the volume. This is the squelch. Volume squelch. So turn the squelch up. Monitor right there. High-low power. It's got 3 power settings. There's nothing on the screen now. Hit that and an M comes up. That and a L comes up. The main goes back and forth between the left and the right band. You can switch bands. Looks like it'll receive AM aircraft band. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so it goes from 108 to right below 136, and if you'll notice on the top right of the screen there, it says AM. So it will receive the AM aircraft band. So those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, I get to ask that question sometimes. You got the AM aircraft band there. And we can go set auto. Oh, that must be the tuning there. You can hit the page through the menus here. The menu number is 12. And it's got 21 different menus. Restore, auto. This is your tuning, so you can change your tuning on each band. That's kind of cool. You can change each band at the same time. You can go into one menu, and you can set this side to. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, it is. So you can set the both sides at the same time. So it'll do FM, narrowband FM, AM, narrowband AM. Wow. And then auto. Huh, interesting. And then 1 and 2 are both audio. Okay, that's what I was missing that. 1 is auto, and that's your frequency step. And you can say I want this side of the radio on a 5 kilohertz frequency step, and this one on a 20 kilohertz frequency step. So there you go. You can set it that way, and it's all in one menu. You don't have to go back into the menu on the other side of the radio. That's kind of cool. So, MC mic gain. Busy. This is your timeout timer. Scanning. Just the beep. Volume. VFO BP on and off. Beep. So, anyway, it's got all these, there's your lamp. Off. And that's the dimmer. Because it was set to off. But obviously it's on. Oh, contrast. Okay, so you push this button in and go to contrast. And the higher the number, the less contrast you've got. That's kind of backwards. It's fine. There. ATT off. Contrast lamp. Oh, okay, so you can press these buttons in and scroll left and right through the menu the same way you can with the mic, so you don't need the mic to scroll through the menu. Auto repeat. Auto repeat turns your automatic plus or minus offset on. It's not a crossband repeat. So anyway, you've got the idea. So we can go to band and main 146.520. And since it's set like that, go back into the menu. go to... I don't know why it would auto... I hate that, I really do. There we go, 520. Main. Dadgummit. Wrong one. Main. Where's the main button? There it is. 446-100. Offset went away. Okay. Let's get the power supply, or the dummy load rather, plugged up here. Got the fan in the back going. Okay, and looks like I got my UHF power dummy load in right now, so we're just going to test the UHF side. And dummy load, yeah, dummy load's back there. So let me zoom out a touch. I can see the bird watt meter here. And this is a 250 watt slug for 400 to 1000 megahertz on the bird watt meter. And probably not going to get a whole lot of rating on low. And move the needle. Medium. And probably about, I don't know, 20 watts right there. And then on high power, right at 50 watts. That's exactly where it should be. It's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250 for the 250 watt slug right there. So it's keying 50 watts, actually a little bit, it's like 51 watts on the 440 side. Right there. KC5 HWB. I don't need to ID because I'm going into a dummy load, but there you go. Doing a great 50 watts on the UHF side. And I don't know where my VH... Hold on. See if my VHF slug is here. That's my HF slug. No, these are both HF slugs. I got a 100 watt and a 2500 watt HF slug. And because one day I will have a big amp to put on this thing. Anyway, I don't have a VHF slug with me right now. So that is the DR-735T. It's a sweet looking radio. It really is. It looks really cool. And if it lives up to the Alinco name, like I'm sure that it will, it's going to be a sweet, it's going to be a cool little dual band rig for anybody who's interested in it. So Alinco does it again. This was on display at Dayton, and they did they put on a really good presentation for it. So in fact, they had it, and you can change this. Somehow you can go in here and change the backlight, and you can change it to blue, red, green, and all that. And I don't know. Function. Oh, that's to set your memory channels there. So you can go in here and probably in a menu somewhere and change it to background color, TX color. Oh, receive color. That's probably it. See, red. You can change different sides of the screen. That's kind of sweet. That's green. That's red. Blue and green. I guess that's yellow. Yeah, yellow. Purple. Like a cyan. Orange. That's like a pink, I guess. Like an aqua. And back to white. So I really liked the red the best myself. But it's cool that you can change different each side of the radio to a different color. Kind of a neat feature. So, receive. Why did it... For some reason it didn't save that, but oh, that's the receive, not the standby. That's why. So when they receive, so when a signal comes in, it will light up like that. Standby. Put them both on 7. There you go. Yeah, there you go. And then you can go here. I kind of like red myself. And there you go. Really neat display on this thing. That's the selling point of this radio, is the displays. 50 watts on both bands, of course. Sells for about the same price that the Icom 2730A and the Kenwood V71A sell for, but it's got a much larger, easier to read display on it. So that is the Alinco DR-735T from Ham Radio 2.0. Okay, that's the latest and greatest from Alinco, the DR-735T dual band mobile radio, pushing about 50 watts per band. It's advertised at 50 on 2 meters. It was doing about 51 on UHF, as we saw. So I'm pretty confident in saying, being that Alinco makes a really solid product, I'm pretty confident in saying, it's going to do 50 watts on 2 meters also. But I may end up putting that thing in my truck because I really like it. I really like Alinco. I do. I wish they got a little bit more play in the commercial and the amateur world because they make a really good product. Been really happy with my Alinco 220 rig, and I don't own an Alinco SR8T, their HF, but I've used one a few times, and I really like it as well. Really, really happy with my DJ G29T, my little dual band HT that's 220 on one side and 900 megahertz on the other side. It's the only programmable, front panel programmable 900 megahertz radio that I've ever seen, amateur or otherwise. So, in fact, it's the only amateur radio for 900 megahertz that I've ever seen also. All the other 900 megahertz radios are commercial radios that have been repurposed for amateur use. But the amateurs have a small segment of the 900 megahertz band, and I've talked on it a lot of times. There's a bunch of repeaters in this area. That little Alinco, it does a good job for what it is. So, really happy with this DR-735T, and appreciate Alinco allowing me to do the review on it. So, 73 guys, and if you found me on YouTube, once again, go hit up my website, livefromthehamshack.tv, and you can see all the videos I've done to date and see what's upcoming as well. So this is KC5HWB, and I will be QRT.